this was a new challenge for me. And, but one of the things I learned right out of the gate was you can't be afraid to try things.
That's
If
right.
I wouldn't have, I tried so many different things, to try to start building momentum and increasing our donor base. And if I had been afraid to try things or afraid what people would say or
Hmm.
think, there's no way I wouldn't have made it. We would have been done in about 2 years, and Interfaith would have been no more.
Yeah.
So, and it's been a really fun journey for me to learn how to market, kind of
Yeah.
from scratch.
Right.
And I had a really good base to build on because we had a really good reputation in the community. The
That's
problem
good.
was
Yeah.
the vast majority of the community didn't know about Interfaith.
Uh,
So my first goal was to make Interfaith a household name. I
yeah.
wanted the residents of Interfaith to think of us as their charity. Like this is our
Hmm.
community's charity, and we're here to take care of our neighbors. And I wanted everyone to feel a part of this.
I like that.
So it was
That's a great initial vision. I like how you articulated that. Was it that clear to you in those early days that that's what you needed to do? Because to me, when you say it, hindsight, it sounds great. But in the early days when you're, for lack of a better word, scrambling to make this thing get off the ground and get to where it needs to be, even coming from a deficit, I think that thought is a very advanced way of thinking. Like that's very much a vision for the organization. Did it come about over time, or did you come in and say, no, this is what we needed?
no, that's pretty immediate. My
That's
immediate
awesome.
thought was, and what's funny is I'm struggling with the fact that I need to raise money,
Hmm.
and people are struggling right now,
Hmm.
and so where I did struggle was coming up with a recession-proof fundraising
Oh, wow.
scheme or campaign.
Okay.
And so, and I, in my head, I'm going, okay, there's 300,000 people in Marion County.
Hmm.
If I could even get a third of them to give me $5,
Yeah.
our total budget at that time was a little over $500,000.
Okay.
I thought I'd have almost my whole budget.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
and and I'm thinking, okay, if I can get a third, and it didn't sound like much, a third of Marion County
Yeah.
people to just give me $5, how hard
Yeah.
is that?
Right.
And that's where, again, people probably, when I shared that, thought, okay, you're crazy, but
Hmm.
but you can try. And I created this idea of giving Interfaith a high five, because people that didn't know Interfaith loved Interfaith, um, and loved what we did. So I turned it into this high five campaign where it was give Interfaith a high five if you like what we do or if you support us. And the high
Okay.
five was a $5 bill.
Okay.
We also made big foam red hands that we would
Nice.
smack people. And it was really kind of grassroots. I
Yeah.
started, I recruited some volunteers, and we would set up in front of the local grocery stores. We would go to every public event, every fair, every festival, anything,
Yeah.
set up a table and just say, hey, give us a high five, and,
That's
and collect
amazing.
$5 bills.